This is a recap of the general membership meeting from January 8th here at the HPLU. We had a prayer by Bishop Floyd Lewis. Bishop Lewis leads a group of 5 ministers that I meet with on a bi-monthly basis and share with them some information about shootings in the Houston Police Department. They share some information regarding the citizens' input on how they feel about the police department. It's been a very good program for us. So Bishop Floyd Lewis led our prayer on the January 8th. Our meeting dedication was to Rodney Johnson. He was a police officer and an HPLU board member who was killed on 9/21/06 by an illegal alien who had already been twice deported. And he was the 107th HPD officer killed in the line of duty. We also had the swearing in of our new board member since it was the January meeting, and that was done by our good friend, tax assessor collector Mike Sullivan, and he was very honored to do that and actually posted it on his Facebook right after he did it. We did not have a patrol officer of the month, but if you're interested in nominating someone for patrol officer of the month or investigator of the month, you can do that at hplu.org. We did have investigators of the month, and Sergeant Mealer was here to give those awards to Sergeant Dillingham, Officers Villarreal, and Officer Medell. Also for the investigator of the month, if you'd like to nominate someone, go to the HPLU website as well. The treasurer's report was provided to everyone. Anybody who ever has information or questions about our expenditures can contact our treasurer, Tim Butler, at the telephone number listed in the calendar. We also want to remind you that minutes are always posted at hplu.org as soon as our secretary is able to get those done, and I believe they were done as of this morning. Under communications, we talked about the body cameras. The body cameras are coming at some point. We don't know when. The RFP has not been sent out yet, but we do anticipate it to be coming out soon, and that will be for all those persons who are responding to calls for services. It will not be a body camera that you have to keep on 24/7. It's only when you're actually having those encounters with the public and on traffic stops. We also talked about a Police Lives Matter bracelet that one of our sergeants, Sergeant Brian Clevens, came up with. The HPLU decided to reimburse him for those bracelets. We've gone completely out of them already, but we are expecting to get some more. If you're not wearing one of these or don't have one of these, we'd encourage you to find one of the Police Lives Matters. And also, if you know Sergeant Brian Clevens, thank him for having the initiative to get these bracelets made. Scholarships are coming up. The application is in this month's Badge and Gun. It's also available online, and it will also be available at the front desk. The applications are due by Friday, February 27th at 4 p.m. Completed packets. Friday, February 27th at 4 p.m., no exceptions, and that's for the children who are seniors and college bound for our members. And again, Friday, February 27th, 4 p.m., I promise you, somebody will contact us in one exception, but there are no exceptions to that rule. The packets are then sent off to an outside person who grades them and sends them back to us and ranks them in order. The health assessment was due on November 14th. If you did not complete it, you were given an extra week to complete it if you actually tried to do it and just didn't get all your numbers in. But if you have not done that, there's no exceptions to the rule. We're not going to be able to, you will not get the discount for next May. The additional 250 points you have to get by March 31st is in this pamphlet. We have them here available at the HPLU, but basically, if you do the health assessment, if you go to the doctor for a physical, and you have at least one preventive test done during that physical, and you enter that information on the preventative test, the physical and your assessment will automatically be recorded on your mycigna.com, and the additional points for the preventive care will also, you'll have to enter that, and as long as that's done by March 31st, you'll get the discounted insurance, which is effective May 1st of this year. There was an arrest by financial crimes by somebody in HPD classified payroll regarding some credit card fraud that she was doing. We have been assured that no information from officers, HPD officers, was obtained. But if you hear that report, just know that financial crimes did retrieve that computer and block her out of the system immediately upon finding out that she was using some illegal credit cards to get some information or to get some merchandise. We have gun purchases here available through our treasurer, Tim Butler, who has a federal firearms license. I know we have AR-15s in stock. You can contact him if you need the guns or any ammo. All the guns we give at cost, make absolutely no money on that. That is a service for being a member here at the HPLU. We had a press conference here on December 30th regarding two-person units. We are big proponents, the HPLU is big proponents of two-person units. We are not saying that this should be required for persons who don't want to ride with someone else, but any persons who want to team up and ride two-man, we're hoping that the captains will allow this to happen. If it's not happening and you're requesting that, please contact us and we'll reach out to the captain to see exactly why they're not allowing persons to ride two-man. KCOH is a predominantly black radio station here in Houston. Our board voted to give a $100 gift card each month to one of their listeners who sends in the best positive story regarding their encounter with a Houston police officer. Just another way that the HPLU is trying to foster a better relationship with the community. Our cookouts, the next one is going to be at Midwest on Wednesday, January 21st. It'll be from noon until midnight. I want to thank Bobby Kessler and James Mashinsky for always cooking out, and also all those board members who show up for that. We may have a few less coming to this one on January 21st because we are in the middle of negotiations. Which brings me to the contract negotiations, which I see I missed on the agenda here. We are right in the middle of contract negotiations. We are full steam, 5 to 8 hours a day on the days that we negotiate. We will be negotiating again this Thursday and Friday and most of next week. We are very close, we think, to having something to bring out. We do know that all pay grades are below the comparable city averages, and we also have heard loud and clear that no one wants to give up their PFTs. We're not going to bring out a contract that's not going to pass overwhelmingly by this membership. That's really all I can say, since contract negotiations are confidential until we actually bring out the finished product, but that should be soon. Our peer support group is still live, 832-200-3499. It's HOPA. If you've actually seen this sheet out there, it gives a phone number on it. If you know somebody who's going through some tough times, we'd ask that you make a copy of that flyer and maybe put it on that person's desk, or just tell them that this is an anonymous service offered by the HPLU. Retired Houston police officers who have been trained in counseling will be glad to help you and guide you to any resources that you might need if you're struggling with any issue whatsoever. Our new drug testing policy is in place. You will be required to give hair if your sample comes back as diluted, or if you're unable to provide a urine sample. You should not be given a breath test unless it's a for cause. If you are given a breath test, contact us and we'll let you know what you need to do. The legislative session begins tomorrow, the 13th. We have Mark Clark in Austin right now for that, as well as I'll be there several days during the week. And we will be meeting with our record coalition each Monday to make sure that we're all on the same page on bills that we're unified on. So the session will last at least 6 months unless we have a special session. We are mainly in a defensive mode to make sure that nothing passes that's going to adversely affect police officers. And we believe that with our friends in Austin that we're in a very good position for this session. We did send out a blast email recently regarding threats from New Year's Eve. The information in that email, several said, was somewhat inaccurate. However, that email was copied verbatim from an MDT message that was sent to all units on New Year's Eve. That's why we chose to send out that email blast, and we still stand by it. The only thing that apparently was not accurate was they did not threaten to kill a police officer on New Year's Eve, but they made general threats about wanting to kill police officers. So just another reminder to please do not let your guards down at any time. Keep your head on a swivel and make sure that you're waiting on backup if you're not a two-man unit before proceeding to any call. The badge and gun, as you know, we've told you before, it is public. If any of you have a relative or friend or pro-police person who live in the city limits, they can sign up at badgeandgun@hplu.org, and we'll deliver the badge and gun to their home each month whenever we print those. Phase 2 of RMS is in the works. And as I said last month, they're basically responding to concerns that people had to try to make this RMS system a little bit more friendly and easier to use. So if you've made suggestions, hopefully those people have them, and they'll be trying to do something to make that RMS a little bit easier to use. Support HPD shirts. We had these shirts made, and they're available for $5, which is our cost here at the HPLU. Shows that you support the Houston Police Department. We'll also be accepting credit cards soon for the purchases of these shirts or any other items that we have here at the HPLU. And if someone wants to order one of these, I believe they're going to be online shortly where they can actually be delivered. If they're delivered, they are $10, but if they come here to the HPLU and pick them up and they can buy as many as they choose, they're $5 each, which is our cost. Remember, we filed a contract grievance regarding the promotional system, and that grievance is going to be held on February 11th at 611 Walker in the basement, and it is open to the public. We also had Twindom here. Twindom comes each month, which basically does a scan of your person and makes a little figurine that you can give to your mom, grandparents, children, whomever might want a figurine of you. But they're here each month, and they do give a portion of their proceeds to the Assist the Officer Foundation. We also had Affinity Mortgage that was here. They will be here each month, or at least available if you're interested in contacting Michael Keys, who was a retired HPD sergeant. We're promoting this because Michael's given $100 to each person who uses them to refinance or to finance a home. We've already had 3, which he sent a $300 check to Assist the Officer. Our Vice President, Joe Gamaldi, here used the service and said it was the smoothest transaction that he's ever done with someone like this. So if you're interested in financing or refinancing, get in touch with Michael Keys, and he'll be glad to assist you. I want to thank Luis Menendez and his family. Luis Menendez Sierra is one of our board members, and he and his family for the 2nd year in a row came down here and served Christmas meals to close to 200 officers who had to work on Christmas Day. We also had several board members who were here. The Executive Director of the Police Foundation, Charlene Floyd, Assistant Chief Charlie Vasquez, and others were down here serving. We appreciate everybody who came down to serve, and sorry for those of you who had to work that day, but I hope that meal made it a little bit better for you to handle working on Christmas Day. Reminders remind you to keep your voter registration information and your Harris County Appraisal District information confidential. We have the forms here. You're also able to download them online. Remind you to keep your field notes in the event that a defense attorney requests those during a trial. We also ask that you change your address with us here at the HPOU, or that you email us at hpou.org and let us know your new address. If you're thinking of retiring, see the Public Safety Financial Group for a free, no obligation financial analysis. We actually give them a discounted rent for them to give every single one of our members a free financial analysis with no obligation. We also urge you to use the urgent care centers instead of the emergency room when it's not a true emergency. It's a $60 co-payment versus a $300 co-payment. Wear your seatbelts, watch your speeds also. The chief is monitoring. Make sure you use the sobering center. It only takes 5 minutes as opposed to jail if you only have someone for a public intoxication. Remind you to sign the national petition, the National Law Enforcement Day petition at hpou.org. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at HPOUTX, and tell your family and friends to do the same. I don't think I mentioned the calendar. The calendars should have been mailed to you by now. If you have not received an HPOU calendar in the mail, you can come down here to the HPOU. We have extras at the front desk. They'll make sure you they'll look you up first to make sure your address is correct in our system, and then they'll give you another calendar. If you happen to want one for a spouse, I believe we have a few extras for those also. So they are available here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. We welcomed in all of Class 220 who joined the HPOU recently, and we also gave away several door prizes, rockets, tickets, and other things, and would encourage you, if you're able, to attend the next meeting, which will be on February the 5th, Thursday, February 5th, first Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. Thanks for listening, and if you need anything, don't hesitate to call me, Joe Gamaldi, or Doug Griffith here at the HPOU Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and after hours if you need to contact us. Thanks again.